So this is more like a follow-up video concerning a video I made few days ago that went viral.
This guy likes the word viral. My video went viral. He uses it in almost all his videos. My robot is the most viral robot. I won't be surprised one day if he becomes the most viral forex trader here on YouTube.
The video went viral. I think it was one of the most viewed video on my channel, and the reason why that video went viral was because I showed in detail how a broker, a scam broker, Exness to be precise.
If what you explain in that video is what you call detail, then I don't think you know the meaning of the word detail. That video, you showed nothing. You didn't even mention price. You didn't mention lot size. Nothing. So there was nothing detailed about that video.
Liquidated my wife's positions, or liquidated my wife's account. She was up in profit of almost about $7,000, which I showed you guys all the details on that particular video. And at a point in time, Exness just closed everything. So she took $200 to almost about $7,000, and Exness just liquidated her account. Her account went to zero in a split of a second. And I did a video, and people went, no, she doesn't know how to trade.
Yes, those people telling you that she doesn't know how to trade, they really understand what you did not understand in that video. But I'm going to help you understand before the end of this video.
Why didn't she use a stop loss? Blah 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 blah. I know most followers that follow all these charlatan gurus.
Look at the word you're using for a fellow hustler on YouTube. Charlatan. At the end of this video, we shall know if you are one of those charlatans or not.
Will be able to come on videos and they complain like that because first thing first, they don't even know how to trade, and secondly,
you say they don't know how to trade. We will watch and see your trade. Let's see if you actually know how to trade.
They don't even understand the details of everything that happened, even after I explain. So I'm going to be explaining today and even showing you guys a strategy that you can be able to use, because the strategy is a scalping strategy that you can use to flip a $100 account to maybe $1,000 or maybe $200 to $7,000, as what my wife did. She has done that a couple hundreds of times. So
look at what you're saying. She has done that hundreds of times with other brokers. So why switching to Exness? If she has successfully done that, traded 100 times on other brokers, what is she looking for? But let's continue.
It was not her first time. She's done that with good brokers and she's gotten paid out. Good brokers like IC Market and XM, and she's gotten paid out without any problem. That was the first time she was trying it with Exness and they liquidated her account. So what actually happened? I'm going to be showing you guys the same. I'm going to be using the same trades again, and I'm also going to be showing.
What are you expected to use? A different trade or a different chart? I don't really understand where you're coming from. You expected to show in details what happened here, because the first one was just nothing. So let's hear you.
You guys the strategy. This is a strategy, a scalping strategy you can use at any time, and if you make money with a good broker, they're going to pay you out. That's the beauty of forex trading. You can take a $1,000 account to $10,000. You can take $200 to $7,000, as she did. So that's the beauty of forex trading. That's the reason why many people, including myself, even trade forex, because that can happen. So you shouldn't be surprised. Many people were surprised because they didn't believe that.
Okay. What is new here is not surprise because you took 200 to 700. What is new is surprise because of what you said about Exness. You can see here, he said it's hard to believe. So I don't know how you interpret what you see. You should try to read very well before you conclude on a particular thing. Okay, here is Daniel. Say thank you for the info. I was considering them before now. Okay, look at this person has followed your footsteps without even trying to ask one or two questions. Then Victor here said, thank you, mentor, for awareness. I have always had my doubt. And here is Victor again. You're having a doubt. What has he said now that made you 100% sure of what you're saying? So you see how you use wrong information to mislead people? Let's go ahead.
Something that can happen, but yes, that's something that can happen, and I'm going to be showing you the strategy which she was using, and Exness decided to liquidate her account.
Is this video all about Exness liquidating your wife's account, or about a strategy? Or are you mixing both of them? Please try to be specific.
If you guys can see on my screen, don't forget, don't mind all these tokens you are seeing here. This is actually gold.
We are not interested in your open positions. All we are interested here is to show us with proof why Exness stole your wife's $7,000.
And I also have some trades on the back end running, and I've been trading on. I've been leveraging on the bullish trend for almost about a week now. And I even did another short video on Instagram. So this is where my wife got in. And if you can check very well, just go here. If you can check the time, let me show you guys this. If you can check this time, this is exactly 3 p.m. So what used to happen is this strategy works very well at the start of market sessions. Let me explain. At the start of market session, it can either be the London session or the New York session. If you are trading something like gold, the New York session. If you are trading something like Great Britain Pound USD, start of London session. So if you can see, she was trading gold, as you can see on the screenshot, and on that particular gold, when she got into the trade was immediately after the start of the New York session, which New York session in South Africa starts at 3 p.m. So at 3 p.m., what happened? She already realized that the prevalent trend from the London session was an uptrend, and the market was retracing to form what? The market was just retracing to pick up the buy or the bullish trend again. So what happened? As soon as the market got here and started feeling that the market was going to be getting momentum, because if I can just draw this, this could have also been her reasoning, because based on that strategy, if you can just see, so this was the start of the new.
Look at the way you're drawing your trend line. I hope this is not how you teach your students.
New York session, and the market pulled back to this particular below, or this particular support resistance, or this support line, and this is where she started compounding the trade. So it just got staggering. I've also done a similar strategy on.
What did I hear? Staggering. Is there anything like that word? Staggering. Let me check online. No need. Let's continue.
This channel, and it was called the staggering strategy. So this is.
Oh, you mean stacking? Okay. All right. So continue.
Like advanced staggering strategy, because you're going to be staggering a lot, but you're not just scalping as a gambler. You need to know what you're doing, which is the purpose of this video. So what happened? As soon as the market pulled back to this particular support area, which was the start of the London session, she started with her buy. It was a $200 account, so she could only use 0.2. She started with 0.2. As the market started pulling up 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 1 lot size, 1.5, 1 point this, until at this particular level somewhere here, the last trade she opened here was having 5 lot size. That means she's compounded almost about 30 trades, and the last trade she opened somewhere here.
If I hear you clearly, you said about 30 trades, and you started at the bottom with 0.1, 0.2, 0.5. Then at the top here, you started with 5 standard lots. Who does that? What kind of trading system is that? But continue.
Was a 5 lot size trade. The market pushed in her favor. No, she opened it somewhere. The market pushed in her favor for almost about 10 pips, and then immediately started retracing against her. This is where Exness liquidated all the positions.
All right. If I get it clearly, started with 0.2, 0.1, 0.5, and somewhere here you enter with 5 standard lot. And from the image I saw before, Not just one standard lot. I saw 5 standard lots, and I saw 2 standard lot. I saw 0.5 standard lot. So what it means is that at the top of this place, you have a total of 12.5 standard lot. Okay, let's continue.
So tell me, people say no, the market retraced against her, and no, that's why the account went to zero, blah blah blah. Bro, she got into the trade somewhere here. Let's do the math, right? She got into the trade somewhere here, and
yeah, I like the word. Let's do the maths. Let's see how you're going to calculate. If you're going to use figures or just use your mouse.
Started with 0.1 lot size, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 5, almost going up to almost about 5 lot size. And then the market just pulled against her, and this is where she was liquidated. So where are all the winning positions she had here? Where are all the winning positions she started compounding right from here? That's the question you should be able to ask yourself.
Wow. This man has just exposed to the world that he doesn't understand lot size. That is what he just showcased to the whole world. But I'm coming.
Time before you want to defend some of these your charlatan gurus, right? So if you have to do the math, she started compounding from here. The market pushed right up to somewhere here, or right up to somewhere here, and retraced against her. And remember, she entered here, she entered somewhere around here, and the market.
He is not even sure. He's saying somewhere around here. Every entry on the Forex market has history. He can't even go pull up the history and pinpoint the exact price she entered. And he's saying he wants to explain in details. So you want to bring the chart here and tell us somewhere here, and you are explaining in details without facts? Wow, it is serious.
Retrace to this area. All right. So the last few trades, which were the last 5 lot trades, were in a loss. The first lot, which she lost almost about $1,000, was a 5 lot trade, right? So she lost $1,000 and something. You can see on the screenshot that's a trade.
Okay, good. This is the second screenshot I was able to access from this video, and this is what I'm saying. 5 plus 5 plus 2 is 12. So here, this is a total of 12.5 lot size. Take note of that. I'm going somewhere.
Almost about 1,000 something. And the second 5 lot trade, she lost about 500 or 400 and something. I also checked that screenshot. So from $7,800 on her history, somewhere right here, on her equity would have been right down to almost about $6,500 at that particular point in time. Is it making sense? Because remember, up here she was already almost about $7,800, and just retracing here, she lost $1,000 on one lot and about $400 on one lot, meaning her equity would have been around $6,500 at this point in time where the liquidation was done. Meaning, even if she would have used the bulk trading, the bulk trade button and closed everything at this point in time, she would have gone home with about $6,500.
So what you're trying to say here is that she did not close the trade. Open positions were closed and she was kicked out of the market. That is what you're trying to establish here. Okay.
Doesn't make sense, because those are all the trades. So tell me why you then see a screenshot like this. Zero. Everything zero. Not even like it was maybe the deposit amount of $200 was there. So why did they do this? It's obvious. It's obvious. These are market makers. These are scam brokers. And they can't just imagine you coming to deposit $200 and you're requesting $7,000. Even if you are the one and you are not an ECN broker or you are not an STP broker, you won't want to pay out, because that's hard-earned money they're going to remove from their pocket to pay that particular trader. Because you need to know how brokers work. Brokers have 2 systems or 3 systems. You have market makers, you have STP, and you have ECN brokers. The best that I've recommended, all the 2 brokers you are seeing on this video, they're either ECN or STP. All right. So ECN or STP, ECN stands for Electronic Communication Network, and STP stands for Straight Through Processing. So those brokers, when you place your trade, they send your trade directly to the interbanking system. You are trading with the banks, with the hedge funds, with the big liquidity providers. Meaning, even if you have to make $1 million, they don't care. They will pay out your money without any stress.
So, did you verify from Exness if they are STP? From what you're saying now, you're feeling that because Exness will have to pay $7,000 from their pockets, that was why your wife's account was liquidated. Okay, continue.
Because the only thing they want is just a commission for providing you those quotes. But market makers are the greedy ones, all right? Market makers, they don't send your trade directly to the interbanking system. They actually have what they call a dealing desk. So what is a dealing desk? A dealing desk is when you place the trade, they take the opposite side of the trade, because they know that if you win, they have to remove the money from their pocket to pay you. And anytime you lost, the money just goes to their bank account as their OTC gains or their over-the-counter gains. So you see, I won't just make a video when I don't know what I'm talking about. This happened to me last year on FP Market, and they took almost about $50,000 from my account. And this year, you can see this is the same thing that happened to my wife's account, and she lost almost about $7,000. Yes, she has to cry. If I'm the one, I'll have to cry for that $7,000, because that is according to her skills. She had a skill that she's done it a couple of times, and that was money she could see in her account. Even if you have to use the same strategy, and at the start of a market session, just make sure you pick the trend and you capitalize on that trend. Trust me, you are going to make money with this strategy. It's a scalping strategy, and if you are using a good broker, they are going to pay you out. So that was why I made that video, and I'm still opening up everything. I put all the history was on my IG. People say no history, blah. The whole history was on my IG, showing everything that happened. And I'm just doing this to clarify, to also show you guys a strategy. You can also just an advanced stacking strategy. The stacking strategy is already on my channel, but this is just the advanced version of the stacking strategy. And she's done this a couple of times. She's just imagine, even if you deposit $200 and you take it to $5,000 and you withdraw, even if you the next 5 times you try, you blow $200, you won't mind, because remember, you just made $5,000. So $200 times $200 times, you just lost just about $1,000. But last time, remember, you made $5,000. So that's the idea behind her strategy, and it makes sense. Because even if she tries it for the next 10 times and she lost, which is not going to happen, you just need to make sure, start of every market session, you're there to pick the trend and you ride it. Out of every 5 tries, you're going to pick one that is going to win. And you take maybe a $1,000 account to $5,000, or $100 to $500, or maybe $200 to maybe $2,000 or $5,000 or $7,000, as she did. So that wasn't gambling. That's a strategy. That's why it's called a strategy. A strategy is called a strategy because that's her own approach.
Any strategy that doesn't take care of risk management is not a proper strategy.
And it's been working for her, and that's why we're just showing you guys what actually happened. So I've also cleared the air again, and it's high time this broker should be able to put things straight, stop trying to scam traders. I would have maybe pursued further actions with this, but $7,000 is not worth that energy and paying lawyers. And
if you try that, someone might be forced to come to the court and teach you what actually happened on that trade, so that you will learn, and at the end of the day, you will lose the case.
All of that is not worth that energy. But there are some people who maybe that $7,000 or even the $200 would have been that person's life saving, and doing this to that person is not good. So we need to fix the Forex industry one voice at a time, one video.
Okay, now you said you want to explain in details. You were not able to tell us how many lot size your wife used on that video. You were not able to tell us the time frame. There was nothing. You're just talking. Because you like to come online, talk, call others charlatans. Now I want to teach you about lot size and what happened on that trade.